Hi there, Tammy with Stampin' Savvy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here to share with you how to make this really fun but simple and easy banner. Now, I've designed this one to say Happy Day so that it's multi-purpose. I wanted something that I could use for birthdays, graduations, showers, whatever, and I just love the Happy Day saying. So this is what I have chosen. But the nice thing about this project is that you can totally personalize it to whatever you want it to say. Now in this case, I made this banner a while ago and I used up some retired paper. This is the Brights collection from a couple years ago, the paper. So this is retired, but there is a new substitute that you have available to use right now, and that's the new 6x6 Brights Designer Series paper. And it's very similar in that it's stripes and polka dots, and it comes in two different patterns. So you've got kind of the monotone, and then you've got the white with the color, both stripes and with the polka dots. So any of those would be great. So the Brights Designer Series paper and then the coordinating cardstock pack go together like peanut butter and jelly. You get 2 pieces of cardstock of each of the 10 colors in this collection, and so it gives you enough to be able to use all of these up and give you a great kind of example of all of the different colors. So Designer Series paper, coordinating cardstock, and then some Whisper White. We're also going to be using the Large Letter Framelits Dies and the Triple Banner Punch. In addition to that, I have the 2.5-inch circle punch. This is now retired, so if you don't have this one, in the layering circles dies, there is one that is just about the same size, so you could use that. I think it's the 3rd largest in size, so that would work to make your cutouts. This little guy here was from a retired Sweetheart punch, but you could certainly use any of the other dies that are available in current collections, or leave this out, or hand cut it, do anything different. So one of the unique things, the way that I've designed this, is that I set it up so that each of the pieces moves freely on the baker's twine so that it can be manipulated. It can be made to be like a really short message if you had like a small space to hang it, which is what I've done here. I've kind of squished it together to be able to get this on camera. But in actuality, I've got actually a bunch of extra string. When it hangs, it actually hangs much wider, and I spread these out. So the nice thing is that you can adapt it to the size that you want just by keeping the string long, and you can also kind of recenter it, move it around. I really like that versatility. So let me show you how we're going to make this. It starts off with your piece of Designer Series paper. It's 2 inches wide, and I cut it just a hair under 2 inches so that it easily slides through the Triple Banner Punch. And then it has been scored 3/4 of an inch from the end, and that's going to get folded back. And then this opposite end gets punched with the Triple Banner Punch. On the back side, you can see here I've got a piece of tear and tape adhesive, and I do recommend that you use the tear and tape adhesive for a couple reasons. It's narrow, it's only 1/4 of an inch wide, so it gives your twine plenty of room in which to glide without getting caught on the adhesive. And also, because of the paper backing, it allows you to be able to lay these out and work with these without having to worry about anything, about the exposed adhesive and anything getting on there. Okay? So what you're going to want to do is figure out what saying that you want for your banner. And then go ahead and lay your Large Letter Framelits out onto your Big Shot. So what I did is I went ahead and I laid out all of the letters that I could for one pass. And then I went back and I did my duplicate. So you can see here I needed 3 O's and I needed a couple of S's and B's. So this went really, really fast. It only took me a few minutes to get all of my letters, and I think there's 13 or 14 there. So it'll go really quickly. Then you're going to take your coordinating cardstock colors and you're going to punch them with the 2.5-inch punch, or run them through your Big Shot with the layering circle die, whatever works best for you. Then what I suggest that you do, and in this case, because I used one of each of the 10 different colors, and you'll notice that I've got stripes and I've got dots. So I have a pattern of stripes, dots, stripes, dots, stripes. But then I also I've got some stripes going this direction, and I've got some stripes going this direction. So you want to kind of lay out your pieces ahead of time so that you like the way that it looks. Okay, make sense? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this one away. And my daughter, who is an Usborne Books consultant, is having an event coming up, and she asked me if I would be willing to make her a banner that said Usborne Books. So I said sure. So I thought that I would show you what hers looks like, and we're going to finish this one together so that you can see how to do that. So there it is. And we're going to do the K and the S here on the end. Now I'll give you a couple of tips. One of them is when you start your baker's twine, it's really helpful if you make it really long, way longer than you think that you might want to use this or might need. So what I did is I went ahead and I put a bow here at the one end, and that makes it easy so that you can use those loops to hang it. And then you go ahead and you put this on one at a time, and it helps you to do a couple of things. One, to make sure that you're spelling it correctly, and two, that you are getting each of the pieces in the order that you want. Okay, so let's move this down. Now on the opposite end, I still have the twine on the spool. This is a spool that my daughter gave me that she wanted to use. So I haven't detached it yet, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take these. And what I suggest that you do, I've shared this in other videos and on my blog, is what I call batch processing. And that's to do like things all at once. So for instance, go ahead and gather all your designer series paper and cut all your pieces to 2 inches by 5.5 inches and do that first. Then gather your cardstock of all of the colors that you're going to be coordinating with and sit and do all of your punches, okay? Then go back, lay out your letters and run that through the Big Shot and have all of your letters done all at one time as well. So then you've got all of your pieces together, and then you do your assembly last. It really does go much, much quicker if you gather everything ahead of time and then do each step along the way. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces here that I haven't attached yet. So I want to show you how I did that. So what I do is you've got the tear and tape here on the back, and again, it's right up close to this top edge. And there's the score line where it's going to get folded. And what I like to do is go ahead and remove the tear and tape, and it's upside down. That's the front, okay, that's upside down. Go ahead and put it upside down, put your twine right along that score line, and then go ahead and give it a seal, okay? That way it moves freely. Then flip it over. Make sure that it's lined up with the piece next to you. I'm going to go ahead and line that up. And we're going to take our dimensionals. We're going to put 2 on there. And what this helps you to do is to line up your circles so that they're evenly placed on your banner, okay? And again, you can always double check. So B-O-O-K, we're doing good. That's always good. Make sure we have it spelled right. Okay, last one. Let's do it again. So this, gonna remove the paper for the tear and tape. Set that out of the way here. We're gonna set it upside down. Put that along the score line, your twine on the score line. Flip it over. Okay, flip it over that way. And put our 2 pieces of dimensionals here. Make sure that these are lined up with each other and then put these down. There you go. That way, you double check your spelling as you go, you double check your pattern as you go, and by having them lined up, then you make sure that all of your circles are lined up so that as it hangs, they're all even. So there we go. So it says Usborne Books. Yay! Now at the end, now that I know where I'm at with my twine, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take in again, and I'm going to be really generous. She's going to be hanging this on a 6-foot table. I'm not sure how she wants to hang this. So in this case, I would make sure that I have a really, really long piece. Again, because you can always cut it shorter, but you can't make it longer. And it would be very difficult to try and rethread these through again after it's already made. And then you go ahead and cut it off. And that's all there is to it. So a custom banner to say anything that you want it to say. Let me give you a few other suggestions. So let's say that you're going to a baby shower. Wouldn't it be adorable to take, let's say this is the Twinkle Twinkle Designer Series paper. What if you were to cut the banners from this paper and spell the baby's name so that it could hang over the crib? This would be adorable for a baby boy. And then the back side, look at these scrummy colors, petal pink and the gray granite, really, really modern and popular right now. I don't know if you can see that through my folder, but really, really pretty pool party. So this would be great for a baby. I think that would make a lovely baby shower gift, or for a newborn. What about for a little boy? Or it could be a little girl too. This is the Animal Expedition paper. How fun would that be to spell out a child's name to hang over their bed or hang somewhere in their room? Really great patterns that you could use for that. It's summertime, and let's say that you were going to have a luau. Wanted to decorate your house, decorate your backyard. Look at these fun patterns from the Tropical Chic Designer Series paper. I mean, how great would those be? And you could spell out aloha. Would that be just too fun and festive? Love it. The other one is, what about Christmas? You want to do a Christmas banner that says Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, you know, Feliz Navidad, whatever it is that you wanted to spell. This is the Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper. And as I shared the other day, the buy 3, get 1 free Designer Series special is still going on until the end of July. This was my free paper. The other ones that I just shared with you were the 3 that I got, and this one was my freebie. So this is a great time to stock up and take advantage of this. Think about, you know, like I said, for gifts, for banners for your house. For me, the Happy Day banner, I bring out all the time for birthdays, parties that we have. I don't know, just anything that, you know, that we use to celebrate. And then in between that, it hangs in my studio office, and it just makes me happy. I like it. It's a great time to stock up on the Designer Series paper, but I'll give you one other option. Let's say that you don't have the Large Letter Framelits Dies. There is a coordinating stamp set, which eludes me the name of it right now. It is in the catalog. It's toward the back. And what you could do is you could do the opposite, where cut a circle of Whisper White cardstock and then use the coordinating inks to stamp the letters. And if you join Stampin' Up! Right now, you join my team during the month of July, you can get an entire collection of ink pads for free. That's a $75 value. So let's say that you were wanting to do the Brights collection. You wanted to do a banner in the Brights. You got the Brights Designer Series paper that could be part of your starter kit. You got the cardstock to match. You could get the ink set to go with this for free. It is a spectacular value. Spectacular. So that's a way to do it if you didn't have the Framelits dies. The other thing you could do is, instead of Designer Series paper, what if you were to just use, say, cardstock instead? Use a doily. This is the Personalize doilies, and then use a coordinating color to do your letters. So that would be one option. Or you could do the colored doilies. How pretty is that? And then do like Whisper White and spell the name out that way. That would be another option. There's just so many things that you could do. It really is only limited by your imagination. So I really encourage you, check out my blog. I've got all kinds of information on that special joining offer that's going on right now, as well as the buy 3, get 1 free Designer Series paper. Great, great time to stock up. I hope you've enjoyed this and it's been helpful. Make these. They're just so fun to have around. And they are easy to store. If you don't want to keep yours up all the time like I do, you simply fold it back and forth like this, stick it in a like a Ziploc bag, and there you go. Bring it out when the occasions call for it. Have lots of fun making this. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.